The trig work, proofs, wasn't a real big fan of ever. I do like solving trig equations though, with all the factoring and everything. This is one of my favorite things to work with. Solving logarithmic and exponential functions. This again, every exam that you have has one question of each on it. Okay? And it's always in the first 11 questions. You will have one of these questions in your first 11 questions all the time. And then you'll have one towards the end of your exam that's non-calculator. Alright? So, it says, solve the following. So, I'm on page 282. I got log 5x plus 1 to the base 4 is equal to the log of x plus 17 to the base 4, is that right? Okay, this one's an easy one. Why is it easy? Well, if the left side's equal to the right side, and the bases are equal, what does that mean about the two values? They have to be equal. Do they not? So therefore, I can just flat out say 5x plus 1 equals x plus 17. Right? Whatever's in here has to be the same as whatever's in here if both sides are equal. So what's x equal? 4. Now you got to check the answer though. That is part of the problem. You do have to check the answer to make sure it's right. Okay, so I subtracted x, subtracted 1, 4x equals 7. So I put it in here. Okay, 4 in here. 5 times 4 is 20, 20 add 1 is 21. 4 plus 17 is 21. They're equal. Done. Question's done. Simple, right? Okay. Hit you with an easy one. Now I'm going to get a little bit more creative. Log of 5x. Subtract log of x minus 1 equals 1. All right. So your intended goal for all of these questions, when you have multiple logs, if you can't get them equal like the last question, if you can't put them on opposite sides and equal them, then what you need to do is you need to turn it into a single logarithm and change it to an exponential function. So change it into a single logarithm and then into a exponential function. So to do that, my log law says what? I have 5x, log of 5x subtract the log of x minus 1. What do I have? Lottery, Liam.
5x over x minus 1.
Well done. Thank you. It's equal to 1, right? What's my base in this question? 10. So I'm going to change it to an exponential function. That means I take my base, I put it to the other side, and move that number up to the exponent. So what do I have? 5x over x minus 1 equals 10 to the power of 1. Garrick, you didn't follow that?
No, I do.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now I'm just solving equations. Times the x minus 1 up to that side. So I get 5x is equal to 10x minus 10. Subtract that to this side. I get minus 5x equals negative 10. X is equal to 2. Okay? Substitute that in. 5 times 2 is 10. The log of 10 is what? 1. Okay. 2 subtract 1 is what? 1. What is the log of 1?
0.
That's one we didn't talk about, yeah. Anytime you have the log of 1, it doesn't matter what the base is, it's always 0. There's the one log law I missed going way back here. Right here. I should have put this in. The log of 1 to any base is equal to 0. Okay? I forgot to write that in. I knew there was one missing. There it is. Alright, so now let's go to the end here. And we got it right. We checked our answer. She's correct. Okay. Okay, so far. Any questions? Change to a single logarithm. Change to exponential. Solve. All right.
Does it matter? It doesn't matter if log 1 is doing it 0 and equal to 0.
Yes. It does equal
Okay.
0, so I get 1 minus.
Oh yeah, and it equals 1.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's look at C. Again, a method you could use if you wanted to is graph these and get your solution. But you're going to have to be able to do at least one of these on the exam without the calculator. So it's better to learn how to do it without. Okay, so I've got log of x minus 3 to the 6th, base 6, sorry, the base 6, plus log x plus 6 to the base 6 equals 2. All right. Using your log laws, how do I make this a single log? What's it going to look like?
6, extract 3 times
X plus
times
6.
Yeah? Good? Good? You guys all see that? Okay? All right? I'm going to FOIL that. I'm going to move that. I'm doing all these steps quickly, so if it's too fast. I'm going to change to exponential, and I'm also going to multiply that out at the same time. Okay, so multiplying this out is x squared plus 3x minus 18. That's not 6. Plus 3x minus 18. We agree? That? Foiling quickly in my head. And that's equal to what if I've changed this to exponential? 6 to the 2, which is 36. Move it over. Move it on up. I get that. Factor it. What is that? Plus 9 minus 6? Okay? So far so good? Questions? I'm doing all the grade 10 stuff fast. Equals negative 9 and 6. Alright. Alright. We have to check these answers now. Okay? I stick a negative 9 in here. What does that make that bracket right there? No.
Negative 12.
Negative 12. Can I have the log of a negative number? You cannot. You cannot. So automatically, that guy right there, he's out. Okay? So the moment you substitute it in, you got a negative number, you can't have that. Can't happen. I can show you the reasons why, not going to. Can't show you. So now I put 6 in there. So I got 6 subtract 3. So I get the log of 3 here to the base 6. Plus the log of 9 to the base 6. And that has to equal 2. Well, neither one of those are easy to do. Neither one of those are easy to do. So at that point, you use your calculator and you do that. Okay? So you take the log of the log of 3 to the base 6. Okay? Well, now you can't do that on my calculator either. So I have to convert it. So let's just hope 6 is right today. Look in the back of the book. 6
No,
is
we
the right
say
answer.
negative 9 and 6 over 2.
What's that, sir?
They say both will work.
You would say both work?
Yeah.
Negative
No,
9
not
can't
at the
work.
back, but I checked if they say both work.
Can't. Negative 9 can't work because you can't have the log of a negative number. Okay? Alright?
If you put 6 in, can't you change it to the log of 36 base 6 equals 2?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes. Well done, Campbell. You're absolutely right. So I would have, if I put 6 in, I've got the log of 3 to the base 6, right? And then I have, let's split the screen here. I never even thought of doing that. Good on you. log of 12 to the base 6. That's supposed to equal 2, right? Using my log laws, log 36 to the base 6, does that equal 2? Log of 6 squared to the base 6, take that down to here. 2 log 6 base 6. Well done, Campbell. Good work. Okay, so I could have done that. I never even thought of doing that. I just coughed out and said, use your calculator. Alright. Let's just hope that it's not that complicated on the exam. It won't be. They'll give you one that's going to work, one that won't work. Sometimes they'll give you 0 that'll work when you do it. Okay, they may even do that. Alright? But you have to check the answers. Okay, so that's 8.4. Thankfully, that's all there is to it. So you're good to go, you too. So, more than likely, we'll be testing Friday-ish next week. You can do a little bit of this. When did they come from Quebec?
Tonight.
They're coming tonight, so you might not have a lot of time to do this then.
No, we have got like free time on Saturday and Sunday, so.
Okay, so you have, wow, I mean, you're gonna want to spend time with your,
Yeah,
Okay.
There'll be time.
okay. Okay, we good with that?
Yeah.
All right, yesterday's work. Anything?